Okay, YouTube, things have been going down in the VTuber community. And you may be like, I don't care about no VTubers, but you will care about $500,000. That's right. Today we're talking about Iron Mouse, one of the largest VTubers in the entire world, and the company she used to be aligned with called Vshojo. Now, you may be wondering what exactly is like a company you would align with. In VTuber world, there is a thing called agencies, right? Like talent agencies or talent managers. And with that, they kind of help garner and keep your protection of your identity while helping you manage your money and resources, while also funding you for projects. Now we're going to get into the beef of it all. Because again, even if you don't care about VTubers, think about this from a content creator perspective. $500,000 for charity has not been paid out for charity. Okay? Ooh. So take it, even if you don't like VTubers, take that out of the equation right now. We're going to talk about $500,000 not being paid up by a corporation for charity. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm now.
Right.
Holy. Okay.
Yep.
This is insane.
So the first thing I'm going to show you right now is Iron Mouse's own statement, right? I'm going to show you just like a few bits here and there of it, rather than show you the full thing. Watch the original video of her statement. I'll put in the description down below. And in this, we kind of get the overall statement within the first 3 sentences. We're just going to let it play, right?
I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I know that this...
Right. So the next thing to mention is Iron Mouse is somebody who has a very chronic health issue. And what they go through is, it's a type of sort of, it compromises their immune system to an extremely high degree. So they've been very isolated a lot of their life, right? And for her in particular, when she made it large, she started to give back a lot to charity, a lot, because she wanted to support the foundation that would help support people like her and families like hers, for people who have like autoimmune diseases, right? Hers in particular affects 1 in 25,000 people. So just so you can know a little bit of statistics about what she's going through and experiencing, right? And it's been very debilitating to her. She recently has been able to like stand up out of chairs, and it's been very exciting for her. And it's like there's very cute videos of her talking about her mom's interactions with it and everything. And she's starting to do like pretty well in consideration to her like immunity issues, right? And to take away from a charity that means so much to her in particular would be the equivalent of somebody not paying me for a cancer stream I've done. You know what I mean? It's like that means so much personally that it's like, it feels like a direct insult, like beyond anything else on top of it all, right?
And it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney.
We love bringing legal in! We're bringing legal in!
One day, I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vshojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself.
So this is the part in the video where she kind of gives you the rundown about like who she is as a person if you're someone who's new to ever seeing her, right? So rundown of Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse was somebody who was in the original part of them becoming a VTuber was they wanted to just make friends. So they used a software called FaceRig, which even I used back in the day. It's like you can use little cat faces, anime girl faces, you can do whatever you want with like webcam tracking, right? But she was somebody who like really grew and took off in the industry, who has become like a very big pillar and staple within the VTuber community, to the point where like there's a thing called like Oshis, where it's where people you like look up to or are very admired in the community by like individuals who the people prefer. And she's somebody who's like well beloved and well beloved by almost everyone in the community because she, 1, cares about charities, 2, she's always been very welcoming and nice to everybody, and like 3, the way she like keeps very true to her own self. It's like, you know how I'm a little bit brash, I'm a little bit crazy, right? She does a lot of that herself too, because she keeps very true to herself rather than like taking on an extra length of persona. Mind you, there are VTubers who lean into a persona, right? But there's different types of VTubers. She's someone who stays more to herself rather than going into leaning into a persona type. right? So people really appreciate that about her, which is why she hits even larger of an audience when it comes to like North America wide viewers. Anyway, so she herself has experienced this with the company. And prior to her doing this statement, there was 3 other Vshojo members who left the company, but they didn't say why and they didn't say reasoning. Now, one of them is Zentreya. Zentreya, I know more so because the person who made Zentreya's 3D models is the person who made my 3D model. So, hello, Mari. Shout outs to Mari. You a real one. Slide.
Hey.
And she's such a cutie. I love her. Anyway, so like that's how like I was like really hurt by that situation because I was like, wow, I feel so bad for someone who's like, oh, also VTuber culture. There's a thing where you get called like, you call whoever makes your VTuber model your mama or your dada or your daddy. It's like, like or your papa, if you will, where it's like the person who like birthed you, right? So it's like, oh no, one of my like siblings. it's like a very cute thing. It's not like actual like being familial or close to each other. It's just like kind of the cute way that is discussed, right? And then I was like, okay, like, so now we kind of understand that, oh, there's bad shit going on in the background. Now, this is something that has not been brought up yet in any of these videos that I'm going to talk about. The person who created Vshojo, one of the original co-founders, was Gun Run. The Gun Run is one of the OG IRL streamers. He basically invented the streaming backpack back when Justin TV was around.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So he like an OG, right? He's the one who founded Vshojo and was like one of the reasons why I myself had so much faith in the company. I never knew that he stepped down. I never knew that he left the company, as well as the other co-owner, right? So I don't know if this is direct causation of him being gone, but him owning it and him being a co-founder was one of the things that gave me hope for this company when I initially heard of it versus other companies. But him leaving and him departing made me concerned, right? So I don't know about his play in any of this, but I want to state that first in case you don't know. So IRL dude, sorry, VTuber company, that's where it originated from. Now we're gonna get into phase 2 because we're gonna get into the debauchery of Twitter outings. Ooh, a company's collapse in our midst. Well. Alicia, feed us these delicious delectables. Here is some delicious delectables. Starlight Daryl is a person who made Iron Mouse's newest song, as well as a lot of songs for all of Vshojo. They're also the person who made the song for my starting soon screen over on Twitch, as well as my ending song for my YouTube videos, right? The one that's like electric guitars and a bunch of orchestral piano music with like a bunch of stuff, right? So they are an extremely talented composer, artist, and just everything in between, right? So this is what they have to say. Nowhere near what Mouse is going through, but for the past year, Vshojo has habitually been late in paying me for commissions, sometimes leaving thousands of dollars of my invoices unpaid for months at a time. I tried to be patient, but knowing they're stealing charity money from Mousy while this is all happening makes me sick to my stomach.
So they're not just fucking over their own people, they're fucking over the people they commission constantly.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just brutal through and through.
Yep. And now, the next juicy part. Everyone who's a part of Vshojo is taking Vshojo out of their usernames, right?
Is this different to other VTuber companies where they have like full reins on your IP and you have to like...
Oh, that's a great question. Yes. So basically, Vshojo, you get to keep the IP of your model and character. So you don't have to do a rebrand when you leave them. With every other company like HoloLive, Niji Sanji, anything like that, like anything any color related as well, was basically just like, since the company owns your model and identity, you'd have to rebrand into a new VTuber if you left them. But these people, if they leave this company, they get to keep themselves, right? Which was something that everyone really liked about this company. Everyone's like, oh, yay.
I was gonna say, to have to rebrand sounds horrible.
Fully restart.
Yeah.
Do they have to make like new channels and everything?
They do. Yeah. They have to make fully, because the companies own all of it, right? I mean, one of the newest ones is one of the largest VTubers outside of like Iron Mouse is like Gawagura, who is like a shark VTuber you might have seen before. She's like a small girl with a little shark hoodie. Anyways, she like re-debuted as a new person, but it's not polite in VTuber culture to mention the person who's rebranded because you're not supposed to associate them with their old IP. But she rebranded and she's doing super well. First day she launched her YouTube channel, already had 500,000 subs. Right, like she was good to go. Like she converted well when she left, so she's good. Yeah, so like you'll notice that in their usernames, they used to have Vshojo, then a line, then like their username, but no longer is that in a lot of the talents now. After the Iron Mouse video came out, they're like, oh hell no.
There's a lot of them as well. Oh my god.
Now you may be like, oh, like I don't really know any of these people, right? Like Dawn, you probably don't know many of these people who I'm showing you, right?
None of them.
Well, this one in particular, Amelie, is actually a voice actor for anime. Oh. And if you've seen My Dress Up Darling, she voices the lead female character, Marin.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Okay.
She was one of their most recent talent hires and acquisitions.
Double
so
up.
like
Dub.
yeah, for dubs, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's also in like Kaguya-sama Love is War. She played like the blonde the blonde chick who's like Kaguya's like right-hand girl. That one? Yeah.
What are you talking about? I can't think of the name of it. Oh my
Yeah.
god. She's
So, like,
goated. Wait.
Yeah. She's a powerhouse, and she also does like amazing song covers. Is really known in the anime community for her song covers, even before VTubing, right? So yeah, so we have like people who are even outside of the VTubing industry who are upset about this now, right? Now I show you the next one, which is a personal favorite of mine because Muujin made a video in regards to a situation I was in. It was super respectful and was very well researched, and I'm very excited to see him cover this topic. But he basically quote retweeted something, so I'll read the original tweet first. This person moved from a noted VTuber company to another as staff last year. Bragged about his new income. He thrusted me a few of his new business cards to give to my good contacts. I found this action obnoxiously rude, but maybe he was too young and friendly to know better. Then the motherfucker wanted to meet up for tax advice because I'm a native in Japan and I hire an accountant. I was asked to have dinner in his area, which was quite far for me, splitting the bill. That day I got convinced I didn't like this guy. That's weird. You made her travel all the way out and then for advice from her. I feel like if you're asking for advice from someone and making them travel out, you should just pay for the meal, right? It's free advice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Anyways.
Or at least meet halfway anyway. I don't know why you're making her travel to you.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yet I would have loved the talents he worked with. I would only secretly be hoping he would lose his job one day. God damn! I did not read the lower part yet, so I'm learning this with you guys. Recently, I heard from another creator that he was showing photos of VTubers' real selves while revealing their personal info like marital status. I now wanted to find a way to warn other employees.
That's taboo, right?
Extremely, right?
Yeah.
So some of you guys might be like, okay, why can't people know if VTubers are married or not? Well, certain corporations have it so that you're under NDA to not mention, right? So kind of the same way as like K-pop cultures, like, you know, K-pop idols?
Yeah.
A lot of them have to sign contracts and like basically say that they can't date or they can't have relationships or they can't have external relationships. So when you show who they are in real life, you're getting rid of that image for them. This takes place in a lot of the Japanese VTubing sphere. This doesn't really take place as much in the North American one, but this post is talking about a placement within Japan. So it's a big deal over there for the Japan side of companies. Okay. And like, for example, there's people like myself and a lot of other people. There's another VTuber named Vixaria who also talks about like their partner and husband, right? And it's like, it's not all VTubers hide it. It's just certain companies will make you hide it, right?
Right.
So it's very important to keep that personal. But also, some people just don't want their partners to be exposed to the public because people are fucking crazy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that level of separation is really important, and people don't want their personal selves being exposed on the internet, which is why there's like faceless YouTubers who just used to do gameplay and be faceless, right? That's a huge thing on the internet for a long time. A lot of VTubers want that same level of anonymity, where it's like, I don't want to be known for my IRL self. I just want to have like an online presence, and that's supposed to be a level of safety and security, right? There's also some VTubers who are moms. Like there's one that's called her name's Cha-Cha, and she's literally a mom and a VTuber. It's very cute, right? So like, it's like having safety for your family and kids and everyone's important too. Anyway, today I learned the most despicable shit the company has done to their talent. Don't know if he's involved with it, yet my personal grudge is nothing compared to such betrayal. Sometimes, unfortunately, managers or agencies can be the talent's worst enemy. Please support the talent first. All right. Then we got Muujin. This motherfucker. I love this motherfucker for real. Okay. Because the way he covered like the issue that I went through where someone clickbaited my cancer and it was a whole ordeal back and forth. He like researched the hell out of it and took the time to make it a really like solid video rather than rushing it out. And I was like, holy shit, this is someone who like gets the job done. Right. And he tweets, it's only been 3 hours since Iron Mouse announced the news. And now we're getting the info that Vshojo has a weirdo employee who actively doxed talent's faces to others and bragged about his new income. When it rains, it pours. You can bet that it'll only get worse from here. And that is the reality, because now we are facing so much more, because this screenshot took place after this came out.
Oh.
So all those people taking it out of their bio and out of their names. Yeah. So everyone's separating from Vshojo now and like backing the hell out.
But they're I'm assuming they're under contract there, right?
They are, but the thing is that a lot of contracts, even if they are shady, will have a thing where you're allowed to have it out for multiple different clauses. So I don't know their contract in particular for Vshojo, but as someone who's done a lot of contract work for like talent acquisition, right, back when I was in esports, was that there's certain sub clauses such as like you can say mental health hiatus and that you can like do termination after, right? Like it lets you take out time, hiatus yourself, and then leave after a certain duration, right? Or they can go into another route where it's like this company like has been damaging my personal brand and is now considered damages upon my own income due to relations with this company. And rather than suing for damages of you like hurting my intellectual property, which is me owning my own model, I'm going to just separate. And like that's one of the best ways you can make a clean cut.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways that this can be handled. Again, I don't know their contract though, so I can't really say like what exactly their approach could be. But that's ways I've seen previously done when it came to esports talent acquisitions and leaving companies, right? And then there's also times where you just buy out your own contract, where you just buy yourself out and you're like, I'm out. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, I feel like they're not gonna do that though. They'd rather just leave for free if they can, especially if they're fucking up like that as well.
Oh yeah. And it seems like it seems like the company doesn't have the money to even fight legally, right? So it's like if you wanted to bring legal into it to get the hell out of that company, I don't think they can really fight all of you guys at once. Right?
Yeah. Oh, they have it and they're just not paying what they're supposed to do. They're just being a shitty company, and you know what I mean? Because I'm sure if they've got one of the biggest VTubers in their company, well, who was in their company banked up, they must have some sort of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If she's like up there in terms of VTuber, they're gonna have P's to give her, like her contract must be insane.
She's so up there that she had a continuous sign in NYC's Times Square. That was like a continuous sign that would play there for months on end to promote her and Vshojo. And also in almost all of Japan's subway stations. That is a real thing. I can pull this up.
Oh, wow. So they can pay for all that advertising, but can't pay for the fucking charity. What?
Yep. So literally in like the Tokyo subway stations, literally her plastered everywhere.
Damn.
Multiple.
That's what I mean. So they oh, that was in 2022 as well. But yeah, they must have some, like if you've got this sort of person in your company, you're gonna have some sort of piece. You're just choosing not to pay it out at this point.
My only question is, when did the original co-founders leave versus when did this go to shit? And I would like to know if it was prior to them leaving or after them leaving. That's my biggest question. And I'm really excited to see what Vshojo's statement's going to be, because it looks like their stocks are about to plummet. So that'd be a part 2 to this then. Oh yeah, we'll do an update video. Yeah, so the moment I find out more, the more we can cover more, then I got you guys.
Yeah, no, fair play. Who would have thought? I didn't really know about the VTuber companies, and I didn't really think that was a thing. I thought they were just their self and got big like that. I didn't know they had a company behind them. Well, some of them
it's just for some. Yeah. So like for example, I'm considered something called like indie, right? So like kind of like independent films, right? Where they're kind of doing their own little thing. It's like that's what I am. I'm like an independent because I don't associate with any companies, right?
So would you get a company?
So I've never done that.
But would you? If an agency came up to you and went, "Oh, listen, we want to give you a would you do it?"
Earlier on in my career, I went through a process and was given a contract by one company, and it did not align with the views of how I wanted to represent myself. And the way that they were going to do it was going to pay me a salary per year. They're going to take 90% of all income I made.
What the fuck?
Because they're like, basically you're working like a regular job and we'll give you the salary, but we take 90%.
Bro, that's just modern slavery for real. What the fuck?
I'm good. So whatever I earn elsewise, you take 90%. Yeah, bye.
90.
That sounds
And the thing is, a lot of people take these deals early on because they have zero following. And they get a free VTuber model and a free like all the branding and access to like this company who's already large in their talents to make them grow fast. But the problem is, again, you make like nothing, even with the effort and work you put in compared to, right?
An independent.
How long was the contract for? Like, I'm guessing it wouldn't just be like a year. They probably locked down for a long time if they're fucking you over for 90%.
For 90%, that one was 3-year contract.
Yeah.
3-year with terms of renewal upon yeah. So
that's dead. 90%. You might as well just.
90.
do you know what's even
Like,
shittier?
what?
Is there's like a subclause within it that was like we can terminate at any time for any reason.
Oh fuck yeah! Fuck off. You man are not serious.
Their language is so broad that I was like,
That's
there's
fucking
no
insane.
universe where I'm like, this is acceptable.
Yeah,
Anyways,
who's gonna be like, oh my god, this is a great deal, mum, look at this. Like, no, who's gonna do that? You know what I mean? That's mad.
just saying, by the way, the company I'm talking about is not Vshojo. It is a different company, but I will not name the company because I am terrified. Thank you.
Fair enough. Yep.
Yeah.
Fair.
But I just want to clarify that in particular because we're talking about a Vshojo video, but it's not them. Anyway.
Jeez.
So,
Oh my God,
yeah.
that's all new to me.
Very, very interesting. I'm very happy I did not sign with anyone and grew on my own because Mama gets to keep her own money. So
Thank God for that.
bless up. But also, I do understand why some people do sign, right? Because like being a content creator is a big dream for a lot of people. And they're like, well, if I make a salary, at least I'm making something, right? And that's their mentality when they first sign. But
And
it's so
yeah.
predatory. Like, it's so shit.
Yeah, because I suppose if you do the 3 years, but then but then you can't do the 3 years and build your platform because majority of VTuber companies make you start all over again.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even really benefit you in the long term.
That company would
Because
have
then
made
you-
me start over again because it would have given me a new model to start with. I would have to
so
abandon the
then
current
you
one I
would've-
was doing.
Then you would have been fucked either way. You would you would have made them raise so much money, and you've got base. But I suppose you'd have an audience.
Yeah.
And
So it's very interesting. So it's like
Yeah.
when they want to acquire talent that's fresh. So for example, I was someone who was not of note back then compared. But they saw like the potential within me, right? So they knew that they were someone they could monetize. That's why I got such a long contract because they knew. Versus if you're someone who's already established and they want to convert into the company, they'll give you shorter contracts because they're like anything to make it more like it's more favorable to you, right? So it depends. But yeah, no, very, very scummy, gross contracts within the scene. And just think of it the same way as you would a regular ass person not using a cartoon character, right? Is like, that's terrible to do to people. And sometimes people kind of distance the two because they see like a fake character online versus like a real fleshy person like you guys. And they kind of forget like, oh no, we're all like real people. We just happen to be using something that kind of distances ourselves for a little bit more anonymity, right?
Yeah.
So that's
We're
the
people
tea.
behind the screen.
Yeah, we're all behind screens here. Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Honestly, please go support the charity and support all that because it is super, super sad. And the Immune Deficiency Foundation's like just, it's a great cause and Mousie's put a lot of work into it and it's really heartbreaking to see them miss out on $500,000 from the fault of a corpo.
Oh,
That
I
sucks.
can't wait for these lawyers to get their get back, bro.
Oh my God. I will be following it so tightly.
Yeah.
Anyways, again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this whole situation. In addition to all of that, if you're somebody who is like super like, I don't know anything about VTubers, totally chill. Just remember that it comes from a place of this is a content creator being screwed over in regards to charity, right? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day, right? Anyways, we'll catch y'all later. Better out with us, besties. BRB.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.